One of the biggest traps we can fall into when it comes to innovation is to merely think of it as an evolutionary process, an exercise in continuous improvement. And hey, continuous improvement's great, but can I put it to you? If you look at next year and beyond, it ain't going to be enough. I love this insight from a guy named Oren Harari, who's one of the former business faculty professors at San Francisco University. He said, remember, the electric light never came from the continuous improvement of candles. I love that because it is so bang on. It didn't matter how good you got at making candles, how long the light lasted, how pure the light was. There came a point where a fundamental revolutionary rethink was required. And can I suggest that as an industry, that's where we're at in many cases right now. Just tinkering around the edges, evolutionary change is not going to be enough. We need to radically change what we do and how we do things, how we add value to our clients. If you want to get another book to read over Christmas, this one is brilliant. It's a bit lighter as a read than the other one I shared with you. The Disruption Mindset by Charlene Lee, I think, should be mandatory reading for any leader. It is such a brilliant book, looking at case studies of how do you do revolution well. And one of the quotes in Charlene's book that I thought was so bang on was this quote here. She said, if you're going to gear up well for disruption, you need to prioritize the needs of your future customers over your current ones. We've got to be so mindful of not just who we're serving and adding value to now, but who's coming in 3 to 5 years' time that aren't our customers yet, but they will be. And how do we start getting ready for them now? And I love looking at examples of businesses that have done that whole process of revolution well and are doing it, in fact, in real time. One of my favourite examples I saw of this recently, I was speaking at a conference down in Melbourne at the Convention Centre for, it was an industry association of like the convenience store operators. So this is a mob that all run the petrol stations around Australia. And there were about 400 people in the room. It was a brilliant event, like a 3-day event, huge function. And so I was the closing keynote speaker to talk all about the future and all the rest of it, much like I am today. And so I rang the client a few weeks out to do our briefing call. And if you think about it, if you're in the industry of selling petrol for cars, there's a disruption, a change that's coming. Whether it's electric vehicles, hydrogen-powered vehicles, there's a change that's on the way. And so I spoke to the client and said, so like, how honest do you want me to be? Because sometimes the brief from clients is like, come on, make everyone feel good. I'm like, I can do that, but I'd much rather be honest if I can. So he said, no, be as honest as you want, knock them out. Like, be as candid as you like. So I'm like, okay. So I got there a few hours early just to listen to the other speakers because you don't want to hit the wrong tone and be chased off stage with pitchforks. It's not good. So like, I just get a sense of how honest I could actually be here. So I was amazed. Every speaker before me that afternoon spoke very honestly, very candidly about the threat that's coming. They know that selling petrol has got an expiration date, whether it's 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. I mean, interestingly, the industry association itself has done modelling to know how long they've got before selling petrol is no longer a viable business model. This is not like a Kodak situation. They know what's coming. There's no denial here at all. What I love learning about at this conference was examples of revolution happening right now in real time. In fact, I learned about these at the conference, and I saw them over in the UK a little while afterwards. These are a network of fast-charging EV service stations called GridServe. And these are essentially fast-charging EV service stations on the same sort of footprint geographically you'd normally have a traditional petrol service station. But here's the thing. Even a fast-charging EV takes, 20 to 30 minutes to charge? And so if you've got someone on site for 20 to 30 minutes, that's a very different client experience in that retail hub than someone coming in, filling their car up, wandering and getting a bag of chips, can of Coke, and off they go. And so this is where revolution comes in. They're getting ready for the future customers. So if you go inside this retail hub, the entire experience is entirely different. I mean, you go inside and they've got like properly good restaurants with good quality, healthy food. We can sit down and have a meal with friends or family while you all charge your cars. I mean, none of this like hot dog that's been rotating for 12 years type vibe, like actually good food, okay? They've even got these little work pods that you can hire by the half hour or the hour to do work, maybe have Zoom calls with colleagues. My favourite thing is they've actually developed on-site gyms, so you can do your daily workout while your car's charging. Interestingly, if you can't see it quite here, but on these little exercise bikes, there's a little plaque that says, the electricity you're producing is going into your car. I'm like, but is it? I don't know if that's true. That feels like a bit of a gimmick, okay? But it's a good indication this is what revolution looks like. But the most impressive thing about this as a case study, as an example, is that if you look at the petrol station industry, they are doing pretty well financially. Their balance sheets are healthy. They could be forgiven for saying, look, we know change is coming, but let's just kick the can down the road. Let's just enjoy things while they're good. That's not what they're doing at all. They're getting ready now for a future, even while things are good. And that's the challenge for all of us in the coming few years. I remember seeing that example at that conference, and what came to mind was this quote from JFK when he said, "The best time to fix the roof is when the sun is shining." Another way to put this is, dig the well before you get thirsty. Now, regardless of the business you're in, don't wait until things get tough or disruption hits before you adapt, before you reinvent yourself. Do it while things are strong and healthy and good. That's what visionary leaders do.